All right, you reached the right place. We're about to get started in just a moment. Okay, what's up out there, everyone? We about to get started in just a moment. Uh, I had a late day working on a bunch of stuff, but we are going to. This is day two. Let me change that. This is day two. Let me turn this crap off. This is day two of vibe coding until I make $5 million. And I'm going to be working on my app or my SaaS, however you want to refer to it. It's called the Six. And what it is it's a C-suite of AI agents. So you got all your C-suites executives, but they are AI agents performing these tasks in real time. It's going to go to your Google Sheets and Docs, and it's going to do everything that these people do in real life, but as AI agents. Okay, and so we're going to work on the first part today. I think people misunderstand. Let me tell you something about the expectations. This is going to be a long process. Okay. The big misconception is that vibe coding is quick, it's fast, and people try to do a little tongue in cheek and cheapen it by saying, I made an app in 15 minutes. I made an app in 15 minutes. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. You can't make an app in 15 minutes, even with vibe coding, because there's still a lot of things that have to be done. Maybe if you do, like, it's a free app and it doesn't have any auth, which means it doesn't save any data from the user. But under those conditions, possible. But with auth, payments, other things, database, right? Vibe coding is not, and the AI operates like a Mustang. I call it a wild Mustang. You have to tame it, literally. It's not, it does whatever, and you want it to do this, and it does this. It does all of this, and you want it to do this. And that's not easy to do. It takes a lot of practice, finding the right prompts, and you only know if you're good is if the same prompt you use gives you the same result consistently. So, okay, so I'm going to put a link in the chat to the docs. You can follow along here. This is a link to the chat and the docs. Okay, that's a Google Doc that you can follow along, ask questions, all those cool things. Every day I put what we've done for the day in this doc. Hopefully, the plan is that after today, we are going to be building the Chief Product Officer AI agent. And after today, he would be creating the docs. He or she would be creating the docs. Okay. So the Google Doc would be created by them. And we'll go from there. So, and we're going to be using Chat GPT. Of course, I could do this quicker if I use Replit, but I don't want to use Replit. Replit would be too easy. Okay. So let's get started. Also, if you want to just go ahead and get the early bird purchase out the way or get on the waiting list, we have that. We set that up yesterday. So yesterday we have the early bird and the early bird purchase and wait list. So yesterday we worked on that. If you want to see day one, that was day one. We got that working. Okay. We'll take a look at that. That's right here. That's right here. Let me show you this. Oh, let me calm down. I'm so anxious. So this is the early bird purchase and the wait list. Okay. And you can go over there and purchase early bird and get on the wait list. Or get on a wait list. If you don't want to purchase the early bird, but you want to have access to other things, you can get on the wait list. The wait list is good too. This is going to be a great software product. This is the Google Doc where you can follow along. I did day one, and it's very detailed. You can ask questions. You can leave comments. All that. You can do all that right here. Okay? In the Google Doc. The link is in the chat. Now, the goal is we're not going to get it done today. Okay, I'm going to tell you what the thing is. I'm not in a hurry to do this. You don't want to rush vibe coding. I never rush vibe coding. Oh, speaking of which, let me tell you guys something else before I get started. I forgot to tell you this. This is very important. So I have organized a vibe coding conference in Miami in May. Okay, so if you want to come to the Vibe Coding Conference in Miami in May, I have a conference set up. Okay, 96 days from now, we have a conference that I'm organizing in Miami. All right. Let me go in and put that in there too. We're going to put that in the chat. Okay. The first Vibe, I think it's the first Vibe Coding Conference. I don't know. The first Vibe Coding Conference is going to be in Miami. Okay. Yours truly will be there. Bring your laptops, your MacBooks. It's going to be very hands-on. It's going to be very hands-on, okay? So right off the bat, you already got a lot of value. Just in the first 8 minutes talking to me, you got a lot of value right off the bat of being here. And I'm just getting started. All right, I'm just getting started. So make sure you subscribe, like the video, like the live, subscribe, share the live, and turn on your notifications. All right. And also feel free to reach me on my Twitter. Don't worry. This is just the first day of school. The more and more I do this, I won't have to do it. And then we'll be jumping right into coding because we're not going to get everything done in one day. It's just not going to happen. I have to figure stuff out. I have to, step back sometimes and think. So like yesterday when we worked on the early bird purchase and waitlist page, I had a problem. And I got frustrated. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to stop and fall back. I'm just going to stop and fall back. And as soon as I took a little break, a little breather, and fell back, I fixed the problem. Okay? So it works. And I look forward to meeting everyone who participates. As I lose light, I'm going to turn the camera off because we got a little bit of a storm going on out here in Hawaii. So as I lose light, I'm going to turn the camera off. But for now, you get to see my face. So we haven't done any vibe coding yet. Let me get my GitHub up. I'm going to show you what I use. We got to get the GitHub up. Let's get the things up that we need. Okay. So here we go. Before we finalize, okay, let me say I'm also using GitHub. Okay, so we're using GitHub. All right. So let me get my okay. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you something really cool. Okay, I'm gonna show you something that you probably, if you're new to this will fascinate you. Okay, if you're new to this will fascinate you. This would give you um if you're new to this, this will fascinate you. What I'm about to do. Okay, let me go on and let me go over here. So we're using Chat GPT to code because, well, I started on Chat GPT before it was even called vibe coding. I started a long time ago. It wasn't called vibe coding yet. I remember I just started teaching myself HTML, CSS. My background is in UX design. I just started teaching myself those two, and then I didn't know a whole lot of JavaScript. But as I was learning JavaScript, I learned how to read JavaScript. I didn't really ever program JavaScript. I used the Chat GPT to do my JavaScript. I would write the HTML, CSS, and then Chat GPT would do my JavaScript because I only knew how to read it. I didn't know how to put it all together, and then I just stayed like that. So so for me, Chat GPT was a good way to do functions, and so I built a lot of little functions from Chat GPT. So I like to use it. I do have a Replit account. I do use Replit also, but Replit is more for me. It's very fast. I don't want to make this look too easy because it's not. Replit is buggy sometimes too. They've gotten better though. They've gotten better, but I also want to save some money, and Replit is expensive. Replit is expensive, and I think that this agent is going to take a long time. And Replit is just way expensive. Like right now, everything you see me doing going to cost me like $20 a month, right? And the GitHub repo doesn't cost me anything. But if I use Replit, every time the AI agent writes something, does something, designs something, that can easily be like $50 in one day. All right. So we're trying to get away from that. I mean, it'll probably be more than that, but it could easily be $50 in one day. I've gotten so good at Replit that I've been able to get my daily use of Replit down to like $50, which isn't bad. But I think that an agent is going to be 3 times more. So make sure you sign up for the early bird. I'm gonna do a video later about what this agent about. I'm gonna do a video later about what the 6 is really about, what it's for, who it's for. But I already told you. Okay, well, good question. Okay, well, since someone asks, what's my ideal about? Okay, well, shit, let's go for it, right? Okay, we are always starting companies, right? We're always founding companies. But as founders, we overlook that there is a whole set of specialized things that go into corporate structure that we never even think about. And these are the C-suite executives. Okay. And so what my software as a service is going to do for founders is it's going to give you your C-suite of executives as AI agents. So each of these AI agents will have a role of a C-suite executive, and they will autonomously do these roles for you throughout the founding of your company, every day, all day. Now, a word of caution, there are some things, there are some limitations only because certain sites have login issues with the AI agents, but that's okay because the next project would be to build those gaps out. For example, LegalZoom. I don't know if you can sign up into LegalZoom with an AI agent and it can buy a package and fill all that information out for you. Well, it can do all of that, but I don't know if it can sign into LegalZoom. So when we get to that point, then we'll build our own LegalZoom. You know what I'm saying? And we'll build our own APIs out so that then, well, actually on Stripe, you can already automate incorporation because Stripe already has that. Stripe has a whole incorporation in the box package for $600. So, so the gaps are not as bad as they may seem. Okay. The only thing I know would be a problem for sure is social media. But I think if this gets big enough, I can get permission to have the marketing AI agent set up all your social media accounts. So basically, what we're doing is we're automating a lot of things that you would do as a founder that I find annoying, that I find to be reasons why I haven't succeeded, and I think are reasons why you can succeed. So that's my idea. Idea is a C-suite of AI agents, and today we are going to work on the chief product officer. Okay. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do our GitHub. Now, a lot of people want you to think that they are very savvy, but we're going to go into agent mode, and I'm going to tell it connect to my GitHub and generate all. Okay. So it's going to make my agent. All right. Generate all. So first it's going to go to GitHub and it's going to connect to my GitHub. Now, my chat GPT is already connected to my GitHub. Uh-oh, what happened? Okay. It's already connected to my GitHub. And it's going to create everything for me. This is the cool part. All right. And all right. It's already connected to my GitHub, to my repo. You're watching Chat GPT's agent build in real time. Okay. Thank you for the question, Manuel Gutierrez. Thank you for the question. Now, personally, I like, oh, let me change this too. I'm on the wrong. Personally, I like to do it this way. Okay. I like to set up my GitHubs this way. I mean, my repos this way. It's working. It's doing everything for me. Now, imagine that there would be an AI agent that that's going to do this for you without you having to do anything. That's what we're building. We're building a software as a service for a founder to say, I want to start a company like this. And then you hire the software as a service. You pick the full C-suite, and all the C-suite agents go out there in the world and they do everything. Okay. I'm ready to create the GitHub named set to private. This should be an external account on your GitHub account. If you'd like me to click the repository, yes. And so what we're going to do today is we hope that we'll finish this part today. Today, we hope to finish the agent. And then tomorrow, the agent will be making the day 3 document for us, which is the document. If you want to follow along, here goes the link. I'm going to have to keep putting this link in here for you guys if you want to follow along. The link to the Google Docs. I wish I had some coffee or some tea. You know, I should make an app. I should make something that brings me coffee or tea, you know? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I should make something that's going to bring me coffee and tea. You know what? I just keep having new ideas all the time. I wish I had some coffee or tea. What the hell? Hold on a minute. I'm trying to. Okay. Okay, let me put the link. I'm going to put a link to the Google Doc in the chat if you want to. I'm going to put a link to the Google Doc in the chat if you want to. I'm going to put a link to the Google Doc in the chat if you want to follow along with the Google Doc. Okay. Let me put this link back in here for you guys. Okay, I'm starting to lose light, so I might just put the camera on, turn the camera off in a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can get some light in here. We're dealing with a bit of a storm. Hold on a minute. I gotta buy a laptop camera. I gotta buy a laptop camera. All right. Ooh, this is taking a long time to make this repo. Okay. There goes the link to the Google Doc if you want to follow along. This right here is the link to the Google Doc so you can follow along. All right. So, I mean, we're vibe coding. We're in our repo and GitHub. I mean, Chat GPT is building our repo for the 6. We're using an AI agent in Chat GPT to build our repo for the 6. Okay. And it's also going to put the code for our AI agent. So it's strong. So the AI agent is trying to scroll to the commit section, but it won't commit. It won't. It can't find a commit button. That's what the holdup is. So the AI agent's not able to find the commit button. Okay, no problem. So it's trying to commit the changes to create the repo. That's what the holdup is. Okay, let me take over. This is taking a little bit longer than it should. Let me take over. It's taking a little bit longer to find that commit button than it should. And this happens sometimes, you know? This happens sometimes. For some reason, it can't find the commit, so I have to find it and do it for it. Right here. It couldn't find this for some reason, but that's the GitHub thing. Okay. Okay. So we got our GitHub repository set up. Okay. AI Chief Product Officer Agent. This is where our agent is going to live in this repo right here. All right. So now we're done. And now we're going to have Chat GPT write the code and push it to the repo that we just created. All right. With our GitHub. And it's going to do everything. It's doing it. You know, it's doing everything. The Chat GPT agent's doing everything. It's creating a new file right now in the GitHub, and then it's going to write the AI agent code. And so this AI agent is going to be the one that starts making the document for you, the document for us every day. The chief product officer is going to do all the chief product officer stuff. In this case, we're going to assign it the task of creating a document, writing emails to people on our waiting list, and posting to our LinkedIn company page and other stuff too. But, you know, So it's building. It's right in the code. Okay. And so it wants us to add our open AI API key, but I don't like to use open AI. So we're going to use somebody else. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment. We're going to talk about somebody. We're going to use a different API. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. We're not going to use Chat GPT. Bro, what is she talking about? Oh man, stop with this shit, bro. Stop with this I'm not from Hawaii stuff. What are y'all talking about? You're not from Hawaii. What are they talking about? How am I? I never said I was from Hawaii. These people on TikTok are so ridiculous sometimes. People on TikTok are so ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? They just, man, they get so defensive about every little thing. And it's just like, what are y'all talking about, bro? The- I don't know. I think I'm just dealing with a bunch of retarded people in the world sometimes. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Okay, well it's coding, man. I'm gonna go have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up. It's doing what it's doing. We vibe coding. We vibe coding. And have a drink. Okay, so I appreciate the question, but so that I don't have to keep repeating myself for the next 3 hours, right? So we're very efficient. Here goes the link to the Google Doc. You can get up to speed right here. Okay, that's the link to the Google Doc. So, and once you tap in, you have access to the Google Doc all the time. That's going to get you up to speed. All right. Because I already said it like twice what I'm doing. And if you want to catch it, if you want to catch tomorrow on time, then please subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and like this live, so that this way when I go live tomorrow, you'll be able to get into it. But I got the Google Doc for you. Don't worry. You can see what we did yesterday. And when we finish today, I'll put everything that we did today in the doc too. So you guys can follow along. Also, my Twitter is in here as well. I think my Twitter is in that doc. I think my Twitter is in that doc as well. Let me put my Twitter in here. Well, not my Twitter, my X account. Let me put my X account in here. My X account. What's it called, nephew? Twitter or X? It's called X? Okay. My X account in here. My X account in here for you also. So you can also follow me on X. If you want to DM me, you can DM me on X. Okay? Don't DM me or send me emails anywhere else. It's going to be too big. Pause for you to do all of that. So DM me on X. I'm going to put my X account in here. All right. And as we like to say, voila. Okay. As we like to say, voila. All right. Let's see where we at right now. Okay. Would you like me to commit this file to the repository. Yes. Don't keep asking me. Just commit, 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 commit. Can you imagine having an AI agent do all your repos? Like, it's possible. You can just tell this AI agent, do me a repo for this. I want you to build this and this and this and this. And it could do like 7 or 8 apps for you at the same time. Not at the same time, but I mean, it could do 7 or 8 apps for you. And you just walk away and do other stuff. Can you imagine that? Like, that's so cool. Like, I like to do vibe coding this way. I like to cut out the middleman. Okay. So how vibe coding, well, my workflow is just different. My workflow originally started using Chat GPT. I would take that code. I had no idea what it looked like. I would put it into my repo, and I would push a page. And then I would make changes to the code, put it back in the repo, push a new page. Then I started using Visual Studio, but that just created a whole nother level of complexity because then I had to download the files and then upload them to the GitHub. And you do that enough times, you're like, freaking crap. And yeah, you could connect GitHub to Visual Studio, but that seemed like an old FTP and it just was really slow. So I never liked that. Then I got introduced to Netlify, and that helped me become like my visual editor. And it was quicker that way, right? And then when I graduated, when I started working with Replit, you don't have these problems when you work with Replit. But like I said, Replit is very expensive. Okay, Replit is very expensive, and until we sell some early birds of this product, I'm not going to pay Replit all that money. So this is a affordable, less expensive way. See, a lot of people don't know how to do it this way because they sell you prompt-based software as a service, and you don't need those people really. Like Replit, you need them because they cover your backend and now they do your security. They're not the best with design, but they cover your backend and your security. And all you got to do is put in an API key or secret key. Yes, I know. Replit is a scammer. I just said that. That's what I've been talking about. I know they're a scammer, but they do. Okay, so let me tell you how I found out about Replit. Okay, I think I got a lot of people in here that are technical. So this is for the people that aren't technical. When you want to graduate from building free apps to paid apps, you have to use a payment processor like PayPal or Stripe or Lemon Squeezy. It's a bunch of different ones. I prefer PayPal, but PayPal is not the same no more. So now I use Stripe, right? But you have to protect your secret key. Okay, you have to protect it. And then you have to put everything behind a pay gate. Like, I just realized I got to go back and lock down one of my apps because I don't even think I automated that flow where you pay, you create the account. I don't know. I got to go check that out. I'm not really worried about it right now, but I got to go back and check that part out. But anyway, when I wanted to do pay apps where I wouldn't have to set people's credentials up, because how I was doing it before was I came up with this method where you would pay me, I would get the notification, then I would get up in the middle of the night, like literally get up in the middle of the night, and I would set up your authorization keys, your username and password, and then I would email it to you with the link to sign into the auth. I know it was really bootleg. It was really bootleg. but I didn't know enough about back end to feel confident in setting up my back end. So when I finally got tired of doing things that way, um, when I finally got tired of doing things that way, I said, you know what? Let me try to find the easiest backend to use, right? Because my tech stack was only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So I was like a jam stacker, okay? I was a junior jam stacker. So I said, okay. I said, let me try to find the easiest backend that I could use. And I was Googling around and looking around, and I was looking around for weeks, right? And then finally, one of the searches that came up was Replit. Replit used to provide only backend services. And I was like, all right, it said that that's the simplest one to use. Like I had this whole list and I just went down the list and I said, no, I can't do that. Nope, 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 nope. I can't do that. I couldn't do most of the tech stacks. Replit was the easiest one that didn't have a tech stack. And so when I learned about Replit, when I go to see about setting up a backend, Replit is like, oh, vibe coding. We do AI coding, we handle the backend, and now we handle the front end. And we have an AI agent that's going to do it for you. So I've been on Replit for like a year. Okay. So I understand where you're coming from when you say that they're a scammer. I understand that. That is, I wouldn't necessarily say a scammer, but I mean, they are expensive. And if you don't know what you're doing, it can feel like a scam. It can feel like you're wasting your money if you don't know what you're doing, and that's true. You don't know what you're doing, you're going to waste your money. And they will, I probably shouldn't say this, but a lot of people probably haven't realized this part, that they low-key are a hosting company too. Replit low-key is a hosting company. A lot of things that I do, I host on Replit. Well, you don't really host it on Replit. You just don't know how to take it anywhere else. But I started to take some of my apps on Replit. I started to take some of my apps on Replit and take them and host them somewhere else. And if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But I make sure that I take my work with me. I won't go into too much detail about that because I like Replit. I really do. I really like Replit. Matter of fact, if you want to, I want to put some referral links in here, but I don't really, let me see. Let me put a Replit referral link. If anybody wants to give Replit a try, I'll help you. I'll help you. We can do some peer coding. I'll help you just off of the strength. Like I don't gotta, no fee. I'll help you. Only thing I ask is that you use my Replit referral link because I get the credits, Yeah, I need a virtual private server. Yeah, I know. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. But that's one of the things on my wish list. Yeah. I'm still developing my skills. I'm not there yet, but I can tell you that my skills used to be here, and then there was this huge gap, right? And so for me, AI is the bridge that now I'm crossing. So I've probably, like, AI has probably taken my skills to like an experience level of like year 4 or year 5. Excuse me, you know what I mean? Because you can ask it. People forget you can ask the AI to explain anything to you. People forget about that part. Here goes my Replit referral link. Here is my Replit link. I also have a Replit profile too. Referral link. I also have a Replit profile, and you can find me on Replit. So here's my Replit referral link. And if you want to try Replit out, I just, use my link. Let me know you use my link. I'll see the credits. that I get from you, and then I'll help you with Replit. I'll help you get your confidence up. I'll help you get familiar with it. I'll even explain to you what everything is. Because one thing that they don't do that you got to do is learn what everything is in the dashboard, okay? Or the user interface. You got to learn what everything is because all those things help, you know? And they keep the user dashboard pretty simple. But I'll be honest with you, I never touched the other guys. Pause. I never, let me see how many AI agents I got left. I never touched the other guys. I never use the other guys. Like I don't even know what they are. Cursor, Lovable. I never use them. Now I used to work with was it Bubble? What was it? What was the other one I used to work with? What was the no code? Was it Bubble? It was a no code Bubble, no code. What was the no code builder? Was it Bubble? I can't even remember. It was a no code builder I used to use. Yeah, Bubble. I think I used to work with Bubble back in the day. Yeah, I used to work on Bubble too back in the day. But Bubble was crazy. Bubble was crazy hard to learn. Yeah, I built a couple of apps on Bubble once upon a time. They still up there. Yeah, I built a couple of apps. Now it's funny because Bubble uses AI. You know, Bubble is. I want to call Bubble a junior. I want to call Bubble a junior. Um, I want to call Bubble a junior. Replit. If anybody know about Bubble, you know that's like a junior Replit. So okay, let's see where we at. We vibe coding. I mean, this is how I vibe code. I think when you graduate to vibe code, you start building right in your repo. Okay, you start building right in your repo. So we're building an AI agent right in the repo. The repo was created, and now we're making the files for the agent. And ChatGPT is doing all of this for me right in the repo. Some people use editors and they use another platform, and then I don't do all that. I think when you graduate, you should be building in your GitHub repo. You should be coding. You should know enough to do everything in your GitHub repo, and you don't need to see the color change lines and all those cool little things it does in Visual Studio Code. You don't need those. You don't need that flair. You just know it's going to work. And you can just type in your repo and make your files and do everything else. You know what I'm saying? Code space, I don't like it. I don't like it. It doesn't, it needs more training. I'm gonna be honest with you. It needs more training. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. Copilot, code space. I don't like it. It needs code space. No, Copilot. I don't like it. It needs more training. If you're talking about Copilot, then I don't like it. It needs more training. If you talk about code space, then no, I haven't used code space. I haven't used code space. I would try though. I would give it a try. But I haven't used code space, but I'll give it a try. I won't condemn trying it. I'll give it a try. But Copilot, I don't like Copilot. Copilot needs a lot more training. But I don't know how much longer um GitHub is gonna stay neutral ground. It's in GitHub. Okay, I'm gonna try CodeSpace. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna do a video where I try CodeSpace. One of these days we'll dedicate to trying out CodeSpace. Okay, so let me help you understand the journey that we're on real quick again. This is not a quick fix journey. We're not on a journey to finish something fast. Vibe coding does not work like that. I don't know why people keep saying that. You can make an app in 15 minutes. You can make an app in 30 minutes. I don't know why people keep saying that. That's a lie. If you think about your app or your software as a service, it's layers to it. You got to check your auth. You got your dashboard. Before that, you got your pay gate. So your pay gate got to work, and it's got to be locked down so people can't do nasty stuff with that link. And then you get into setting up your account, and then you log in, right? And you're in your dashboard. Now you got to log out of your dashboard. Now you got to log back into your dashboard and use your social auths. So we took a shortcut out of registration because we just use social auths, Google Mail, this, that, this, right? But so then you log in for the first time, you do a true login, and then your dashboard either has a bunch of features or it has no features. But each feature has to be worked through. You have to make sure each feature works. The footer has to go somewhere. Your footer content has to go somewhere, right? You may want to rearrange photos and copy. That could take forever. You may want to rearrange your design, your colors. That could take forever. You may want to have light, dark mode. So the decisions that you make before you should really even ship a final product are not things that happen in 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Okay? Maybe in the future, you get the perfect product from AI. I think right now you don't get the perfect product. I think what you get is you get a very nice house that's framed with a good foundation. And then you have to go in and you have to modify it. Knock down some beams and extend this part of the foundation and add a room, take a room away, open up a room, different things you can do. But you definitely don't get a fully built house. I mean, not a fully built house that if you want things to go a certain way, it's going to go that way because the AI has no idea what you're doing. Now there is a prompt. There is a prompt that you can use. There is a prompt that you can use to help you, but you have to be a UX designer first. See, UX designers are the last man standing because unless you have UX designer training, you will never conceive the prompt that's going to help you create what you really want with vibe coding. All right. But I don't know about you guys. Do you feel tired? Do you feel exhausted? We're like an hour in coding this AI agent. I don't know how many more files it's got to make. It's working though. It's working. It's making the files. We are vibe coding, and this is my first AI agent, by the way. This is my first AI agent. So we'll probably stop after we get this AI agent done because the next thing would be to make a simple dashboard. I'll do that tomorrow. I still got to click in the API because the agent's going to need a model. And I have some models in mind. I have found a place. I found a place that is the well of all the AI models. I don't think you guys know about it because I never hear about it. But I got the AI models that I want to use. I'm going to show you before we go. I'm going to show you before we go the AI models that we're going to use. Okay. I'm not going to use ChatGPT as the AI model. The reason why I'm not going to use ChatGPT as the AI model is because ChatGPT AI model is expensive. It's very expensive. Okay. So people keep talking about vibe coding, but they never talk about the expense. And I think there's a new opportunity here for you to be a micro VC. I think there's a new opportunity here to start micro family offices. I think there's a new opportunity here to invest in vibe coded apps and software as services if you can provide a check that can cover the token cost. Okay? Yes, tokens aren't free. And if an app or a software as a service is popular enough and it's not monetized, well, that developer is in for a hefty bill. And yes, they will shut your shit down if you don't pay them. Okay? They will shut your shit down. And I'm not even being funny. I mean, they really will. So I got to go do some animation later. But right now, we're still doing it. It's building an agent, man. It's going to take a while. It's building an agent. You just sit here and watch. Okay. It's ready. Yes. Okay. So we got to do this 5 more times. But we're not going to do we're not going to do the whole C-suite. What we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Because this is what we're going to do. Because the problem is that hold on a minute. The problem is marketing. So what we're going to do is we're going to build this one AI agent, and then we got to train it and we got to test it. Okay. And we got to see if it can do its job, if it can log into the majority of websites it's going to need or not. Okay. So hold on, I'm over here doing some multitasking. But yeah, I mean, this is what we're doing. People want to impress you with code and all that other stuff, but you don't really see a lot of code when you do this. You should be cutting down shortcuts. One model. And then we're going to show you, and then I'm going to show you the models that we're going to use, okay? We're going to show you the models that we're going to use. I might even use Gemini. I might even use a Gemini as the model. I might use Gemini as the model only because okay, I might use Gemini, but I'm not sure yet. All right. While it's building the agent, let me show you this real quick because I know you guys are here to see and learn. So we already an hour in. I don't really do these videos for long. This is kind of like a hobby to me. Be honest with you, it's my side hustle. So I'm not gonna be on here for 4 or 5 hours. But it's building. Okay. Yes. Okay, it's building. What's going on, nephew? How's your day? You off today? Can you do me a favor? Can you close this window for me? The blind? I gotta finish this laundry. All right. Thank you. You okay? What's wrong? Your father bothering you? He bullying you? Oh. All right. About what? What you want now? I'll come up there in a minute. I'll be up there in a minute. Huh? Why not now? Well, what you tell her? You said something about me. Okay. So we're getting somewhere. I don't know. We might be done. It might almost be done. It might almost be done. Let's see what it's doing. I don't know. Well, it's building an AI agent. So what we're doing is we're building an AI agent in GitHub, in our GitHub repo. We're using Chat GPT. We're using a Chat GPT AI agent to build us an AI agent in our GitHub repo. This would be the first C-suite AI agent as part of our software as a service product called the Six. This would be the first one, the Chief Product Officer. Okay, this would be the first one. And we're not going to go much further than this. Do you think AI will replace programmers in the future? Or is it only going to replace programmers who have weak foundations? Woo, that's a good question. That's a good question. Okay. I don't think that AI will replace programmers in the future. Let me answer that first. I don't think AI will replace programmers. I think AI will help programmers become better programmers, right? Let's be honest. They were already shipping buggy code. I think Google had a whole philosophy called eat your dog food or something like that, right? So, I mean, that's the manifesto. So, I think it'll help good programmers become supreme, become better, especially when it comes to code structure, uh, elegant coding, and debugging. It's very good with debugging. Programmers who have a weak foundation Well, their foundation, hopefully, if they give a fuck, their foundation will become more solid if they give a fuck. If they give a fuck. If they don't give a fuck, then yeah, they out. They over with. They at Subway, They at Subway fixing your card machine, fixing the card machine when your credit card don't work. That's what they're gonna be doing. But I mean, when they're not serving you sandwiches, they're fixing the credit card machine at Subway. Something like that. So yeah, so that's what I think is going to happen. I don't think it's going to replace anybody. I don't think AI is going to replace anybody. Be honest with you, it's not there yet. It's not even really a true AI, but it's a language learning model. But we like to call it AI because it's more brandable than LLM. Like, what's LLM, right? It's more brandable than language learning model, right? It's not really a true AI. A true AI, as all of you guys know, is autonomy. Total autonomy. Like, I don't have to do anything. I don't even have to do this video. I don't have to do I just say to my phone, I pick up my phone, or my phone just sits next to me, and I say, gee whiz, I want to make $5 million this month. Gee whiz, I want to make $5 million this month. What can I do? The phone is always listening. Thank you, Ed Snowden. I forget his name, but you know who I'm talking about. I say, thank you. And then the phone, which is connected to everything already, the AI that I've been using for my life, my groceries, my Ubers, everything, it goes and it makes the company for me. And it does all the stuff and the marketing and all the Twitters and all the outreach and and it does the videos like this for me. It does everything. And I don't even know what's going on. And I go to my bank account and I'm like, why is there $5 million in here? Because the AI automated all of this, made me a product, did everything, got me sales. And this is pretty much for most people. If most people take advantage, okay, so this is what I will say. This is what I will say is going to happen. This is what's going to happen, okay? There's a window right now where AI is open for everyone, everybody, right? But that window is going to be closed shut. It's already closing. It's like right here, but it was open like this. Now it's like right here. You can probably put your hand through the window. That's how it's closing. And when it closes shut and they lock everybody out, okay? They lock everybody out. So that's what's going to happen. I see a lot of people are going to be locked out of the autonomy part, the autonomous use of artificial intelligence, at least the building part. Oh, there's going to be plenty of consumer AI. Like I said, you walk out your door, there's an Uber there, groceries pop up, all that stuff. But the building part of AI, the part that people are talking about is going to replace jobs, is going to be, the window's going to be closed. It won't be available like it is right now. Like these licenses, you guys remember when Microsoft had the license of the operating system was like $2,000, right? The whole Microsoft suite. So that's what I think is going to happen. That's what I know is going to happen. Because they can't have everyone on the planet autonomizing creation of wealth. They can't have everyone on the planet doing that. So they have to narrow it really, really. Like what I'm doing right now is heresy. Okay? Look at this. Look, what I'm doing right now is heresy. I'm building. Okay, look, when we get done with this product, I probably say this product would take me 3 months to make. It's going to take me 3 months to make, okay? Let's be honest. About 3 months is what I estimate. Well, I know it's going to take me 3 months because I already asked the AI, how long would this type of product take to do with your help? And the AI told me 3 months. 3 months, I'll have a workable product. Well, 3 months, I'll have an MVP that's a workable product. This product is probably going to take a little bit longer than that to build out. Theoretically, I don't know because they didn't give me an answer. It can't. It's not enough information for me to say what, because we don't know how to. Okay, so this product is a bit unique because AI agents can't sign into everything. They don't tell you that. AI agents can't sign into everything, especially if you're not using Gemini. Aha. If you go to a site and they use Google authorization, only Gemini can sign into it. Don't ask me why. I haven't been able to figure that part out yet. But with the exception of everyone else, only Gemini can sign into all the accounts. Only Gemini can see video. And so the other AIs, they can't sign into everything. They can sign into LinkedIn, but that's it. They can't sign into anything. Too much. And GitHub. I only know that they can work with LinkedIn and GitHub. They don't work with any Google-based authorization. And maybe that's why, because LinkedIn and GitHub don't use Google auth. They don't use Firebase. In other words, if the site uses Firebase, they're not letting any AI agents sign in. So what I'm trying to accomplish, you may have to build the whole new internet. And that's why I say AI is not going to replace anybody. There's going to need a whole new internet that's going to need to be built that is friendly to AI agents. You're going to need every programmer on the planet to do that. So they're not going nowhere. All right. If we're going to get to the level of autonomy, this what is going to take every programmer on the planet, because we know the resources for AI agents are scarce. That's another thing nobody talks about, right? The resources for AI agents are scarce. All right. So, and that's a whole nother topic. But we're building an AI agent right now. We're committing heresy. Okay. We're committing all forms of crimes in the exploration of wealth building. I can build by myself with probably 2.5 years of hard coding experience. I'm talking free code camp. I'm talking University of Michigan HTML, CSS lectures, UX design boot camp. You know, with 2.5 years of self-taught hard coding experience and a lot of trial and error, I'm building a multi-thousand-dollar project, because this SaaS, when you think about the C-suite, it's not going to be an overnight expense. My C-suite is going to be a few $1,000s. This is a several $1,000 product, because we're going to respect the corporate structure, right? We're not going to say you could just replace these brilliant roles, these brilliant people overnight for $100. We're not going to say that, but you're definitely going to be able to replace them for $7,000, $8,000. You know, and I might do the pricing based on your annual income. I might do the pricing based on your MMR. Okay, so I might do the pricing based on that, because those companies that are doing really well, what they should pay, they can afford to pay really well, and those companies that aren't doing really well, this is what they're going to be able to pay. But so if you want to get in now, you're going to be able to get this whole SaaS for $1,000. Maybe I'll do $1,000 annually, or maybe I'll do it for the life of the product. but you'll be able to get it right now if you sign up right now if you do the early bird purchase. And if you don't want to do the early bird purchase, then you can get on the wait list. And if you get on the wait list, then you'll be able to get some type of discount code, or maybe I give a couple of admin access. I give some demo versions, admin versions, limited trial versions. Something that'll be helpful. But I am on a goal to make $5 million. Okay, and as you can see right now, my revenue is 0. So I got a long way to go. So, but we're building the first agent, and what we're going to do with this first agent is we are going to use it and show you how it works. We're going to work and fine-tune the part that it's supposed to be doing, which is whatever a chief product officer does. In this case, it's going to keep the Google Doc that you guys should already be linked to. Okay, it's going to keep that Google Doc up to date. And then we're going to see if the chief product officer can get into the sites that it needs to get into. That's what we got to find. The sites that it can get into, that it needs to get into. Okay? As a chief product officer, it's got to be able to do its job. So we got to make sure it can do its job. Every role is going to have a different group of sites that it's going to need to access in order to do its job. So let's see. Okay, so if I get 2,500 early bird founders to come on board, pay me $1,000, we're halfway there. We're halfway there. All right, let's see what we got. Yes. All I'm doing is typing in yes. It's building. Okay, you guys are probably getting bored with this. While it's building, let me go show you where we're going to use the model from. I'm going to go over here and show you where the model is going to come from, okay? So, about 3 years ago, just surfing the internet, I might have typed it in by accident. I can't remember because the site is called Replicate. I can't remember, but replicate.com. I don't know if you guys have heard of Replicate. Have you guys heard of Replicate? I don't think you can even see it. Let me put it in the chat. Here we are. I don't know if you guys. Hold on a minute. That's Replit. Let me see. Here's the site. Here we are. About 3 years ago, browsing the web. I might have typed in the wrong name, I'm not sure, but I came across this site right here. And I didn't know what it was. I probably wouldn't even look at it again for a long time. And when I realized what it was, then I lost it, and then I had to find it again. This right here, Replicate, is the gold mine of APIs for language learning models. All the models in the world in one place. Brilliant models for days. Okay? All of them. All the models. APIs for days. If you guys see, I don't know why jam stacking didn't catch on. Because if you haven't understood the elegance of building with an API, I don't know what to tell you. But there's a brilliance to building with an API that's just it's orgasmic. Okay, it's orgasmic. All the models, all the models. Now, where we want to be is we want to be down here. Large language models. This is where we want to be right here. Large language models. Okay. Explore large language models for chat generation in NLP tasks via API. As you can see, Google Gemini. We'll probably use Google Gemini, anamorphic, and there's 38 more. Open AI. Okay. So our agent is going to need a model until I build one myself, which is thus the $5 million. Oh, this is cool. Use AI to generate lip sync videos. Interesting. This is cool. Create 3D content. Anyway, all the models you could ever want. Okay. I mean, I can't even keep up. I can't even keep up with so many things to build. So little time. You know, it's just, oh boy, so many things to build, so little time. Okay, so we're gonna use one of the large models from here, and of course I gotta work through all of them. But see, this is why API is cool, because you can just use, all you got to do is change that API to get a different perspective. Another API, all you got to do is go through each API to see and observe what's going to happen. That's the fun part. And that's the fun part here. These are all the AIs. I'm leaning towards Gemini because I do use Gemini. I don't use Gemini as much as I should. But Gemini has a more realistic perspective to the world. Gonk is also good. Gonk is also good, and DeepSeek is a monster. DeepSeek might be where I need to start. Meta is okay too, because Meta gets me into Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp. So, what I'm thinking I'm going to have to do, and I don't really got to give it much thought, I just have to make decisions. What I'm thinking I'm going to have to do is I am going to have to build, what's it called? A fulcrum. Is that the right term? A fulcrum? Basically, intersecting APIs. I'm going to have to build intersecting APIs. What does that mean? That means that the agent will use one model with an assigned API and try to log into the platform it needs to get into. Well, we already know for Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp, it'll just cycle to Meta, right? It'll use the API for Meta because we can get in with that. If it goes to YouTube, if it goes to Google Docs, Google Sheets, anything like that, it'll just cycle to the Gemini API. So think of the gun as the agent and the APIs as the bullets, and the revolver changes the API based on the site it's trying to get into. We're going to have to build something like that. I'm thinking that's going to be the solution to the short-term problem we're going to be dealing with. But we still have to go through the process. But the end solution is going to be some type of revolving fulcrum of APIs that the agent switches to when it can't sign into one. And sometimes I see stuff like this, and I'll just use your API. I'll just use it. Like, this is pretty cool. Large language and vision assistants. I think AI needs to have eyes. I think it needs to read and see the internet. This one looks pretty cool. You know, this one seems pretty cool. So I like the artwork. Look at this. See this right here? Man. Or 1, 2, 3 runs per dollar. Woo! Expensive. Run it on your own computer with Docker. I love Docker. Docker created the containers. That was pretty cool. I'm surprised Docker survived. They created the containers. That was pretty cool. So everybody sees the same thing. That was pretty cool. Wow. Eight. What is that? What is that? What is that? Hold on. How much is that? A super fraction of a penny. I don't even know how much that is. That's eight microcents or something like that. That's still expensive, but this is really expensive. $1. Oof. Whatever they want you to do for $1, that's expensive. All right, we're gonna have to start. We're gonna look at this later, but this is where our modeling is gonna come from. As you can see, I'm already in there like swimwear. All right, let's go back to our vibe coding. See what's going on. What happened? What happened? Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. It stopped for some reason. Sleeping on the job. I think we caught it sleeping on the job. We caught the agent sleeping on the job. We took our eyes off of it for 1 second and it went to sleep on us. And it's sleeping on the job. All right, so we're gonna put this on super duper autopilot where we don't gotta sit here and watch it anymore. It's gonna go on and do everything. We don't gotta sit here and watch it. I just told it to do all commits, do everything, and we don't gotta sit here and watch it. And let me know when it's done. And it's actually gonna send you a notification to your phone and it's gonna let you know when it's done, however long it takes. This is gonna be a while. It's doing a lot of stuff. It's building a whole AI agent. See, so I don't know where people get this 15-minute stuff from. Fire this sleepy employer. Employee. You mean employee. We took our eyes off of it for 1 second and it fell asleep. You saw that? It was like, I'm gonna play hooky. He's not watching me anymore. Mhm. You know, it took we took our eye off of it and it just went to sleep. Yo, that's crazy. But here goes the thing: you got to leave this open. Now you can leave this open. You can walk away, and it will give you. It'll do everything. I just told it what to do. Just complete all the commits without having to ask me. Notify me when the agent files are all completed. So it's going to complete all agent files. Okay. It's moving kind of slow, but you know, let me see if it follows my directions and doesn't ask me to commit. It just doesn't. Okay, good. It's following my directions. All right. So that's cool. All right. I gotta go handle some personal business real quick. Um, and tomorrow is another day. We're just gonna let it keep building and keep building and keep building. And it's what it's gonna do. It's gonna keep creating files. It's just building a whole AI agent for us, okay? So um yeah, it's a sleepy employee. Oh boy. Let's see. All right. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. How many files are left to create? I want to see how many files are left to create because this might take a while. This might take a couple of hours. It's big AI agents. Ugh. I don't even need that open. Let's see. I want to see how many files. What am I building? Okay. Uh, let me get you. If you look in the chat, you'll see a link. If you look in the chat, you'll see a link to the Google Doc. There's a link to the Google Doc in the chat. I started it, so you can join the Google Doc. And let me see. How can I show you the Google Doc? It won't let me show you. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna. Oh, I did. I pinned it. I pinned the comment. I pinned the comment already for the Google Doc. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get you the doc because I done explained it like a couple of times already. There are 5 files remaining in the repository. I'm now proceeding. Okay. Okay. Resume. Okay. So it's only got 5 files left. All right. So it's only got 5 files left. So maybe we'll stick around. Let me go get the link to the doc. Maybe we'll stick around while it completes these 5 files, and then we'll see what we get. Because we don't even know what we got yet. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna give you the link. Hold on. I'm gonna give you the link to the Google Doc. 1 second. I'm going to get it. Matter of fact, that's a good section to add to the Google Doc. What am I building? I think it's in here what I'm building, but let me see. Okay. Let me get you the link to the Google Doc. Now you know what? Let me put in here what I'm building because I haven't done that. I thought I did that, but I haven't done that. Here goes the link to the Google Doc. Okay. And if you want to see what we are building, let me see if it's here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do a description right now. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now. Give me one moment. I already have that. That's not hard. I'm gonna do that right now. Give me one moment. Usually, okay, let me just do that for you. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do it for you right now. Pause. Um, Let me do it for you right now. Give me 1 second. Because okay, so the reason why I didn't do it is because we're building the AI agent that's gonna do it for me. But I'll go ahead and I'll give it to you. Pause. But I wanted to build the agent first that's gonna actually do it for me. Wait a minute. What the hell? They won't let me into my own Google Doc. Ain't that crazy? You guys keep an eye on this employee. Make sure it don't go to sleep. This employee loves to take naps over here. Remote worker. It's a remote worker. So let me go on and put this in here for you. But I kind of really wanted it to I kind of really wanted that part to be done by the agent that we're creating. But that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there for you now. And then I'll just delete it later. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Mm, excuse me. Okay, here we go. Let me give you this. Okay, I'm gonna give you this because, like I said, I really want the agent to create this doc. So I'm gonna give you what I'm building, basically in a nutshell. Okay, what I am building. All right, so I did that part. All right, so it's in there. So I put in there what I'm building, uh, and that's all I'm gonna do for now because I want to have the agent, like I already told you, do this for me. I don't want to have to do it myself because part of the demonstration is to demo this AI chief product officer agent, this chief product officer AI agent. Part of its purpose is to do it, is to do everything. What you're asking me, like how you guys come in and you guys say, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Right? So we want to automate that, okay? As it should be, okay? Um, and that's what the chief product officer would do in a real company. And so when you have a real company, you need this person to do that. But you can't afford this person. So we are automating this person. So imagine now all the people like coming in here, right? They're like, what are you building? What are you building? What are you building? Well, the chief product officer, who is the AI agent, was just jump on that and start talking to you and getting feedback from you and interviewing you. Okay. And then it's going to share that information with the other C suite agents so that they can continue to build and develop the product more. Okay. So think about people think too small, and really corporate structure has really been stymied for decades, meaning a company like Nike or Pepsi or McDonald's, they have a billion customers, right? McDonald's has a billion customers. I know Coca-Cola has 5 billion customers. Nike, I know they have a billion customers, right? Their chief product officer, he has to delegate. He has a whole company. He has like 1,000 people under him to delegate all the things that get filtered up to him so he can share them with the other people in the company. But imagine an AI agent doing all of this for all 8 billion people on the planet at one point. That's where we're going with this. But we microed it down just for founders, just for startup founders, people like me, people like you guys, right? We put it down to a micro level so that you don't have to worry about that part of your product, because you can't be good at everything. You can be good at one or two things, but you'll never be good at everything. You'll be mediocre at everything, but you only be good at one or two things. Okay? Want to check, start a nice background music in the StreamYard with low volume. I kind of got my own playlist. Maybe I'll do my playlist for y'all. But y'all want to hear some music? I don't know. Let me see. I don't want no copyright problems. I don't want to get copyright strike. You know, I'll think about adding some music. 'Cause I don't want to get copyright strike. But want to check my vibe coded tool. Yeah, share your vibe coding tool with me. I'll take a look at it. Share your vibe coding tool with me. I'll take a look at it. What's your vibe coding tool? Share it with me. I'll take a look at it. Oh. So, all right, now that's it. I'm not gonna go back and do the document thing all day. StreamYard, background music. Oh, StreamYard music. Oh, I don't know. Is it? I don't think I have that. I don't think I have StreamYard music. I have the basic StreamYard account. I don't have a paid StreamYard account. I have the basic one. I don't have a paid StreamYard account. But I will look into that. Thank you for that. I will look into that. But I don't have a paid account. But I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that. Everyone has that, even a free account. Well, how do you do it? Because I've never done it. I never done it before. I never done the music. Let me see. I gotta look into that. I gotta look into how to do that because I never done that before. I never done the music. So I'm just trying to keep this agent working because this agent gets lazy. Okay, let me see how to do the music. Hold on. StreamYard background music. StreamYard background music. How do you do that? Royalty free StreamYard. Engage. Personal. StreamYard background music. Okay, let me see how I do that. Here's how to use media assets. Oh, okay. Well, that's simple enough. Media assets. Background music. Oh, okay. Okay. Night driving, huh? How's that? I can't hear anything, so you tell me, how does it sound? I can't hear anything. Okay. I hear it a little bit. Okay, I hear it a little bit. Okay, is that better? Okay. Cool. Okay. My project is transferwow.com. Transferwow.com. Let me take a look. Transferwow.com. Free P2P file transfer. It says that you do peer-to-peer file transfer. That's a vibe coding tool. Oh, you vibe coded this. Device to device file transfer. No size limit. No. Oh, so you coded this. Okay. So everyone, he vibe coded a transfer file tool called transferwow.com. He vibe coded this. Okay. I'm gonna check it out. Okay, I'm already there. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I don't want to click on it now because I don't want it to crash my StreamYard. I don't know if it's gonna crash anything, so I don't want to click on it. But I'm gonna check it out once I get done. I'm here. Everyone, go check out this vibe coded tool, TransferWow. Okay. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna go check it out. This thing over here going to sleep. It be going to sleep on me. All right, I'm gonna have to kill this because unfortunately, I'm gonna have to kill this because what happens is StreamYard is not friendly with ChatGPT. So I'm gonna have to kill this for now. But you got the idea. So we almost done. Let me let it finish and then I'll be back tomorrow. And we're gonna work on the next part. Tomorrow, we're gonna work on the dashboard, which will be pretty simple. And then we're gonna launch the tool and let the tool create the Google document for that day. Okay? So tomorrow, make sure you come back. I'm going to create the live for tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications, like this live. Let me see. Why am I using ChatGPT, not any tool? Well, I'm using ChatGPT because I have a plus plan and it's more affordable to explore this way. I use Replit. That's the tool I like to use. But Replit is very expensive. And also, I don't want to move too fast. Replit would have had this done 15 minutes ago, but it probably would have cost me like $50 or something like that. But I don't want to do it that way. I want to take my time. And I don't want to have a lot of expense yet until I see what I actually have. Once I test that this is feasible, then I could just go to Replit and build the whole thing in a matter of days, or maybe 2-3 weeks. But I'm not doing this to rush. That's why I'm not doing this to rush. Yeah, exactly. Use ChatGPT for brainstorming, not coding. Exactly. For brainstorming, basically, it's cheaper to do it than use Replit. Exactly. Yeah, because Replit is expensive. They don't tell you that part. Oh yeah, people tell you, anti-gravity. I'm going to look at anti-gravity. Someone told me about anti-gravity. I checked it out. I might mess with anti-gravity. I'm going to see what's up with anti-gravity. Someone told me about that. But people talk about Replit all the time. Replit. But what they don't tell you is it's expensive. It's expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me show you. Like, this is my let me show you real quick. I don't know what's going on. Like this right here. This is what I made. Anybody want to go check out what I vibe coded? This is my vibe coder profile, my vibe coder page. Okay, and this is what I made right here. The copy agency. We on Product Hunt. If you want to go on Product Hunt and shoot me up, we on Product Hunt. Okay, and then I got a vibe coding conference as well. Okay, so I have a product on Product Hunt. If you want to go check it out, But the point is that this copy agency cost me like, I don't know, man. I want to say $400, $500 to make. And as you can see, I got no revenue yet. It took me $400 or $500, and it took me a year. It took me a year to build. Why my products is gone? Oh, I gotta fix this. Okay, so it didn't give me my link. My link is messed up. Okay, well I'll fix this. But if you wanna give me an upvote, this is my product right here, the copy agency, and you wanna give me an upvote on Product Hunt, you can give me an upvote. Give me a upvote. Give me an upvote on Product Hunt right here. All right. So, but that's my, give me an upvote on Product Hunt for my, and check it out. It's a free. I have a free version. You can use this product for free, and then after you do so many post creations, then you can upgrade. So that's what I created. I'm a writer by craft. I'm a writer. I'm a creative writer, script writing, creative writing, all that. One of the things I wanted to use AI for was to kill writer's block. That's one of the things I wanted to use AI for, was to kill writer's block. And that's what I got to do. I wanted to use it to kill writer's block. So that's what I use it for. All right, let me get out of here because my chat doesn't work when I string it out too long. It doesn't really like it. But the good news is we're almost done. We're almost done. It's finalizing the last file. So let me show you guys this real quick because we are almost done. I don't know why it does that. Okay. Yeah, I'm still working on it. I'm still working on where the project is going to go. But those are good suggestions. Thank you for that. Those are good suggestions. But I can honestly tell you, I won't do a WordPress plugin. I don't like WordPress no more. I've been on WordPress for like, I don't know, man, 15 years, something like that. I don't like WordPress. I started off using WordPress years ago. It was one of the first things I learned. But I don't like WordPress. I already know. But thank you for that feedback. I might do a Chrome extension. I might do a Chrome extension. Do a lot of traffic there. Okay. I'll look into it. I'll think about it. But WordPress is not really popular with me. But let me show you guys this real quick, and then I'm about to tap out. We've been on here for 2 hours, so I'm about to tap out. So right now, it's finalizing the last file, okay? And everything is almost done for our agent. So our AI agent is almost done. So it took us about an hour and a half to build this AI agent. It took about an hour and a half to build this AI agent. And the last thing we got to do is we got to put in what model we're going to use, the API model. So we'll do that tomorrow, but we got to build a user interface, a test user interface, so we can input what we want the model to do. The model can go and do it. So when we come back tomorrow, I'll already have done this. We're going to add the model that we're going to use, the API model, which will probably be Gemini. Then we're going to build the user interface for us to tell the agent what to do. And what we want to have the agent try to do is make us the Google Doc the next day in the Google Doc. Okay, so that's what it's going to do as the CPO. It's going to look at the doc so far and then write the next part of the doc. That's what the Chief Product Officer AI agent is going to do tomorrow. And we'll go from there. Oh, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate the upvote. Okay. Yeah, appreciate the upvote, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a free tool for LinkedIn to help you sound like a LinkedIn influencer. People didn't understand about LinkedIn posts is they float around 12 genres. They float around 12 genres, and if you're not hitting one of those genres, you don't even show up in the algorithm. So I built a post creator using AI. That one uses Chat GPT as the API, and it creates a post around the 12 genres, and it gives you enough posts for like 2 weeks. Okay, and it's free to use for a limited time. You think you get like 100 posts. After that, you got to upgrade. So, yeah. LinkedIn tools is where it's at. The crazy part was doing the oft. For me, when I finished the tool, it was like a Lamborghini with a Toyota engine, because the oft I used was Firebase, and I couldn't get the LinkedIn off to work with Firebase, and that took me 9 months to figure out. Finally, I got a solution just through research that I should try Superbase, and Superbase worked perfectly with it. So we were able to do, I don't even think many people even noticed this part. Let me show you. I don't think many people are able to even notice this part. This part right here. See this right here? When you do a LinkedIn app, it should look like this. You should have the LinkedIn sign-in, okay? You should have the LinkedIn sign-in. And no, I'm not gonna do a custom domain yet. I'm not gonna do a custom domain yet. I use Replit domains because it's just, it's just there on Replit. I'm not gonna do a custom domain yet because I don't even know if this product has a life. So what we're doing is we're probing right now. So if I see that this product has a life, then I'll give it a custom domain. I know. But this part right here, this continue with LinkedIn, this is the part that I care about. This part right here. I'm not going to click on it because it's going to show you my personal email address. But this part right here, this is the part that I care about. This is the part that I care about. And you can start for free. We have a free tier. We have a free tier. Right here we have a free tier. We start for free. I don't know why there's a waiting list on this. I don't know why there's a waiting list. There ain't a waiting list. Where did that come from? I don't know. I don't know why we have a waiting list. I gotta fix that. I don't know why there's a waiting list. Why a waiting list is there? But anyway, maybe for hierarchy. I'll just put it in there for hierarchy. But in any event, I'm pretty happy with this. So you use a lot of different tools. You use a lot of different tools when you code. When you vibe code, you're gonna use a lot of different tools. You're not just gonna use one tool. All right, let me get out of here because it looked like my chat is frozen. Yeah, my chat is frozen. Update. It falls asleep when I don't pay attention to it. All right, let me get out of here. I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. Custom domain. If you have, spend 500 more. If you have, spend 500. Spend 100. If you have 500, spend 100 more and make it a brand. Listen, I tell you, man, I got way more projects than this. This is just, hey, I tell you what. If you guys want to see everything that I'm doing, I got so many projects, man. That's why I gotta create revenue now. I got so many products. I got so many projects that I be working on that I can't even launch because it's just expensive. It's expensive to do vibe coding. I don't know why they be telling people it's free. Like, they make it sound like it's free. It's not free. You pay like for Replit, you pay $25 a month. You get 25 credits, and that's it. It's not free, you know. If anybody want to see my Replit profile, here's my Replit profile. All right, here's my Replit profile, and I do branded. I do custom domains. I don't always use Replit domains. I do custom domains. I used to sell domains, so I know all about the branding aspect. This is my Vibe Coding Conference that I'm organizing in Miami, Memorial Day weekend, and it's a branded. It's a branded. It's a branded domain. I made this in Replit, and I brought a domain for it. So I do custom domains, but I have too many projects to do custom domains for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I have too many projects, man. And that could get expensive. That's not the expense I want to pay. That's not where I want to put my R&D money at. A little side note about me is I have a background in R&D, research and development. So this is my Replit profile right here. You know, this is my Replit profile. So no. I just wanna let you know. I'm authentic. Listen, everyone. I appreciate all your feedback and your interest and your time and the criticism and the feedback is very important to me. I'm not one of those type of guys. So please, but I just want you to know I'm authentic though. I'm not trying to, dispute you or anything. Don't misunderstand me. I just want you to know that if you come over here, your time is not going to be wasted subscribing and interacting and checking out what I'm doing. Because I'm authentic. I just wanted to show you that I'm authentic. That's all. Just social proofing for you, So, I got all these projects and it's like, man, and these are just the ones that I published. These are just the ones that I published. Like my other project, well, no, that's a regular one, but I just got all these projects, let me see, which one is this? Yeah, I just got all these projects, so it's like, this is another project that I did, and you know what also happened? Let me tell you what happened with that. When I first started, Replit didn't do domains. They just now started offering domains, right? So you still had to go buy a domain. I like GoDaddy. Then you got to go and buy the GoDaddy domain. And then you got to connect it to the Replit. And then you got to wait for it to propagate and all that other stuff. And I was like, man, that was hard. Like it was really hard back in the day when I started on Replit to connect your custom domain to your Replit. It was really hard to do that. It didn't really work right at first. It took a while. They fixed it, but anyway, now they offer domains. So now you can buy a domain in Replit like that. It's all part of the whole thing, and it's easy now. So, but before, I think when I first made the copy agency, they weren't offering domains yet. So, like I got this product right here, the mother of all titles, and this helps you create titles for YouTube. This helps you create titles for all your YouTube videos. Okay, and so so I got that, and if you want to look at that, you can go over here. So I build a lot of products for writer's block. So these are like my little writer block projects, experimenting with different things, Use name trim. GoDaddy is worse. Yeah, GoDaddy is awful, man. At least for Replit, GoDaddy was awful. It was like, and I travel a lot. So understand, I travel a lot, right? So using GoDaddy out of the country is incredibly difficult. And so, plus the project had stalled because I had completed it, but I wanted to have it with a social link. I wanted to have it with a social auth from LinkedIn. That was very important to me. That was super duper important to me. That's what I really wanted. Okay. How to solve this on Product Hunt. Submit your work email address recommended. Okay, I would do that. Okay, I would do that. Okay, so this right here it's done. It's done. All the remaining files have been created and committed. The repository includes your CI workflow, API, and runbook documentation, evaluation scripts, schemas, prompts. Your AI Chief Product Officer Agent repository is complete and ready for further development. Okay, so it's done. It's done. It's finished. We give it a thumbs up. And that took about, let's see, how long did it take? How long did it take to make an AI agent? Let's go look at the repo real quick. Okay, let's go look at the repo real quick. All right, so it took about an hour. It took about an hour to make the AI agent. It took about an hour to make the AI agent using Chat GPT AI agent. So what we did was we used the Chat GPT AI agent to sign into our GitHub, write the files, and put the files into our GitHub. Okay, so that's how long it took. We got to fill out this about to do that. This is the README. Okay, and This is the repository structure. Okay. We got to put in the API. We'll do that later. We're not going to do that right now. And, this is everything right here that we need. So it took about an hour. Okay, about an hour. 46 minutes, an hour, 43. Okay. It took about an hour to do all of this. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right. So, all right. So tomorrow, what we're going to do tomorrow when we come back is we are going to create the user interface, which would be something simple. We're going to, first we're going to put the API into the agent. Then we're going to create the user interface, which would be something simple. And then we're going to give the agent its first task, which is creating the document that we share with you guys. That's going to be the agent's job. Every day, its job as a chief product officer is going to be to create the document. That's going to be one of his jobs. We're going to have it do all the jobs and see what works and what doesn't work, what it can log into, what it can't, But the main thing is it's going to work on that document, that Google Doc. That's going to be the main thing that it's going to be doing. That's like its main job that I wanted to do. Now, when it starts creating that Google Doc, then we're going to build the rest of the stuff that we need. And then next week, I think we'll spend this week observing it and seeing how it goes. And then next week, we will build its co-executives that it will then eventually share that information with. And then the co-executives will run off into the wild with that information and do their roles. Okay? And so those would be 3 executives. Once we get those 3 executives up and running, I'll probably stop right there. And I'll just let you guys observe the 3 executives working together. All right? And I got to continue to build out the actual SaaS part of the site, which is the main dashboard and the auths and all the things that you need. So when you purchase this SaaS, you can then use the agents. So it sounds tiring. I'm already exhausted talking about it. All right. But thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3. All right. Later.